In a little more than a month, Donald Trump, the candidate, and now Donald Trump, the president-elect, will become Donald Trump, the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, and frankly, the most important and the most powerful person on earth. His comments and tweets that have become so famous will take on the impact of American policy, directly affecting billions of people. His words will reverberate and resonate in the scholarly halls of the learned, the evil minds of terrorists. And as he picks his transition team, he and they are embroiled in a major controversy, the likes we have never seen for an incoming president. The question is simple. Can Donald Trump be trusted with putting his own self-serving ego behind the serious security concerns of this nation? The recent revelations evolving around the Russian cyber attacks and hacking raises this issue squarely. The nation's intelligence communities, at least 18 of them, filled with professional men and women who risk their lives and even those lives of their families by the work they do for the country, have concluded that Russians have hacked into political infrastructure of the Democrats, which at the very minimum interfered with our recent elections. At the worst, the CIA in particular, and yes, some anonymous government sources believe that Vladimir Putin was involved in the operation and that Trump himself knew that the Russian government was implicated. Reasonable minds disagree as to the worst case scenario. Still, our loyal allies in Europe and elsewhere are very concerned with what they believe is looking like an abandonment of their security in favor of Putin and Russia. Some believe that Trump, by not revealing his income taxes, is in effect hiding his business connections to and his contacts with Russia. This belief, whether real or imagined, is bolstered by his bizarre bromance with Putin and his very strange defense of the crooked and tyrannical oligarch. So what does Trump do when faced with scrutiny and questions? He tweets insults, defending his own self, rather than show strength and resolve that he will investigate and stand up to the likes of those who kill innocent Syrian women and children, and who appear willing and able to manipulate the elections in Europe and here in America. His relevant defensive tweets just this week are the following. Can you imagine if the election results were the opposite and we tried to play the Russian CIA card? It would be called conspiracy theory. Unless you catch hackers in the act, it's very hard to determine who was doing the hacking. Why wasn't this brought up before election? If Russia or some other entity was hacking, why did the White House wait so long to act? Why did they only complain after Hillary lost? Are we talking about the same cyber attack where it was revealed that the head of the DNC illegally gave Hillary the questions to the debate? Putting these together, I interpret these tweets as saying, you lost, blame yourself, don't play the CIA card, no substance, no proof, nobody hacked at all. It might have been an inside job. Who cares if there was a hack? Look at the results. The Democrats have dirty hands, they should not complain, and this hacking commotion is just political nonsense meant to undermine our victory. Trump's tweets and the statements by his surrogates are, however, playing into the narrative that something almost dangerous is occurring. Today, here are questions raised by Chuck Todd and NBC's Morning Call. So the question everyone should be asking is, why isn't Trump taking this story seriously? Does he think it delegitimizes his win? Does he truly have affinity for Russia and Putin? Does he not accept intelligence that's contrary to his worldview? This Russia story is big news, but the biggest news of all has been the reaction from the president-elect. The Washington Post also raised some issues that don't just affect Trump and his political surrogates, but the reputations of some very honorable men who will be questioned under oath in front of the nation. And they ask, how long can Trump maintain this posture? It's possible that the intelligence community will leak more evidence of Russian interference in the coming days. What's more, there will soon be confirmation hearings for 2 retired generals Trump has picked for his cabinet, John Mattis as Defense Secretary and John Kelly as head of the Department of Homeland Security. They will be questioned about the intelligence community's confidence that Russia did try to swing our election and what should be done about it. One presumes they will treat the topic with the gravity it deserves. Meanwhile, Trump, and let me remind you, he will soon be doing this as President of the United States, will be dithering around with tweets designed to spin his own reality about what happened that everyone knows is straight out of La La Land, including presumably him. This can't go on for too much longer, can it?
Who in the last debate refused to acknowledge what 17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed, flatly stated that Russia and Putin are responsible for hacking the democratic files in order to impact on the outcome of our election. And when he says to the world listening that I know the intelligence agencies don't know what they're talking about, what does that say about us? That plays directly in the hands of Putin, who is using the propaganda at home to suggest that we're weak, we've fallen, we are not together, we don't know what we're doing. He continues to praise a man who is trying to exploit Central and Eastern Europe, to separate our allies, to intimidate them by talking about he is a strong leader. He probably loves Saddam if he wants strong leaders. I'm being deadly earnest, man. This bothers me.